Hey everybody, we're live. This is Katie Hand, and she has the YouTube channel Hill Country Hands. And I'm going to be interviewing her today. I'm on my phone because the weather has messed up our internet, and my computer just wasn't cooperating. So I'm on my phone so that I'm like moving. I'm sorry. I hope nobody has motion sickness. But hey, Dad. And hey, Uncle Bryson. Hayden Farms is my uncle. Uncle
Hi.
Bryson, my mom's brother.
Oh, cool.
We're gonna just give it a quick minute and see if anybody else pops on before we get too deep into it. And my dad is posting your link. Thank you, Dad.
Oh, thank you.
I'm also going to put your link in the comments after the fact because the live chat doesn't stay up after the live is over. So when it's over, I'll comment and make sure that your link is there so people can find you easily.
Thank you.
All right. I'm not good at just sitting here waiting on people to come on, so we're just going to get started.
Okay, sounds good.
So first, since we're on YouTube, we're going to talk about YouTube. What kind of content do you create on your YouTube channel?
I do motherhood and lifestyle. So I've also started doing like more grocery hauls, but a lot of like day in the life, like toddler, mommy topics, stuff like that.
And what made you want to start in the first place?
I started my channel whenever I had hyperemesis really bad with my last pregnancy. So about 2 years ago, I had really bad hyperemesis and I had to have like a PICC line and continuous meds for like 6 months of my pregnancy. And so I started watching like some YouTube channels and I realized that there wasn't a whole lot out there, like a lot of information or just to like relate to anybody. So I was like, well, let me start a channel and see if I can meet people that are going through the same thing. And if not, maybe at some point people can find comfort in stuff that I'm sharing. So that's why I originally started it, was to share about hyperemesis. So
did you meet anybody?
I mainly met people afterwards. So I still have people that are my older ones and they'll like message me on Instagram. And so it's nice, but not like at the time I didn't really meet a lot of people. But it was also nice because I was doing like weekly updates on like my hyperemesis and my pregnancy. And my family was able to like watch it and kind of like understand what I was going through. So that was helpful because a lot of people don't understand like how bad hyperemesis is. A lot of people are like, oh, I had morning sickness. And I'm like, yeah, it's not really quite the same thing. So it was good for them to be able to like relate a little bit more, like understand. Yeah. So it was
my grandmama, my mom's mom, she had hyperemesis with more than one of her pregnancies. I don't remember if it was all of them or just a couple. She had 4 kids.
Wow.
But she had hyperemesis with, and she said it was horrible. She said there was only one medicine at the time that would help with her nausea, and if she came off of it like at all, that it would make her super sick. I had bad morning sickness, but it usually went away.
Yeah,
after
I had
after the first trimester.
But yeah, it was a different experience. Even with the meds and like the continuous meds, I was still getting sick like 10 times a day probably. And like I lost like almost 30 pounds at the beginning. So it was pretty bad. But I'm thankful that it was crazy. Like as soon as I delivered him, it was gone. Like they say, like once you get like the placenta and everything out, that all those like hormones that's causing it just goes away.
Which is so strange.
I know.
During both of my pregnancies, my sinuses would swell.
Oh,
and
no.
When I was pregnant with both, my sinuses would swell, so I would be like stopped up the entire pregnancy for both of them. But as soon as they were out, it would clear up. Like it would be gone. It was the weirdest thing.
It's so weird, like what it does to your whole body, pregnancy and hormones and everything. It's so interesting, but weird and not fun to go through. Obviously, they're worth it, but
and
some people have great pregnancies, though.
Not
they
me.
love being. And
I hate being pregnant.
I didn't really care for it with the hyperemesis, though.
I mean, I liked feeling the baby move.
Yeah.
I liked the ultrasounds. And obviously, I liked the baby. That was
right.
it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the same with me, even with the one that wasn't as hard of a pregnancy.
Yeah. Hey, Krubby. Oh, I was going to say one more thing about weird pregnancy stuff. With Weston, I got carpal tunnel.
Oh,
and it was pregnancy. Like the pregnancy caused it.
With your wrist thing, right?
Yeah.
I think I got the end of one of mine. I can't remember. I think with Mackenzie, the first one.
I had it for at least half of the pregnancy with Weston, and like I lost feeling in my fingers.
Oh my goodness.
And then like for a couple weeks after, it tingled. Like the ends of my fingers tingled, like trying to get the sensation, I guess, back.
Oh,
it was so weird. It was so weird.
I know that.
I'm glad it went away eventually.
That would have been horrible.
Yeah, who knew? Like, why in the world would pregnancy cause an issue in your wrist? Strange.
It's just all over. I couldn't imagine like being back in the day, like a long time ago, and having any kind of like issues with pregnancy because they didn't know as much, and you might think you're like the only one that's having that, and
that would be really scary. In all honesty, thankful for modern medicine.
Me too.
So what is your favorite thing about being on YouTube?
I think the community, like meeting people like you, making friends, that I talk to every few days or every week. And I think like just feeling like you're not alone in different things that you're going through. Like the hyperemesis was like the first thing, but now it's more just like motherhood and feeling overwhelmed and having hard days and stuff like that. It's nice to be able to relate to other people and just, have like really true friends. Like I feel like, me and you have become friends. I have like actual friendships, and, I always thought that was kind of, I don't know, not weird, but like I didn't think that I would click so well with people that I haven't even met in person yet and be really good friends with them, but I have. So
yeah, I talk to somebody every day that I've met from YouTube. So many really good relationships.
Yeah.
And which I've said it in a couple of lives before, I think, but just being able to, like, as a mom, it's really easy to lose your identity because your identity is your kids, and taking care of your kids is easy to lose yourself and feel like isolated. And it kind of pulled me out of that, like the community aspect of it, meeting everybody.
I think
knowing that other stay-at-home moms were dealing with the same thing.
Yeah, and I think like, editing, filming, it kind of like breaks your day up and kind of, I don't know, gives me kind of purpose sometimes.
Yes.
And even with the
it's a fun little hobby.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I said I'm going to do 2 videos a week, so I have to do it even when I didn't feel good. So it kind of like just helped keep me busy with something productive and fun. So
yeah, I agree. Really enjoy it. I don't know what I would do without it now. Like I don't ever see myself stopping anywhere in the near future. I might be doing this till I'm old.
Right? We could do it
if
when
it's
we're
still
old.
Around.
I know. I think it will be.
By the time we're old, it'll probably be like holographic, like the hologram.
Right. Yeah. And you've been like, how many videos do you post a week?
Normally, which I usually post 2 videos a week, but after Christmas, I got COVID, and then getting over all that, I'm kind of out of the swing of it. So I've only been posting 1 video a week the last couple weeks or so, but I've also started incorporating the lives. So I'm hoping to post videos on Wednesdays and either Fridays or Saturdays, just depending on the week. And keep doing my lives on Tuesday nights. So I guess that would be 3.
Yeah. I'm trying for 3 now. Like I kind of slowed down for a while, and now I'm like trying to get back into it. And I really want to do, what was it? Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, I think is what I wanted to try. But I haven't officially said that because I'm just hard on myself. Like if I can't post or if I'm a day late, I feel like I have to explain it. So
yeah,
I'm going to try though.
I'm the same way. I'm sorry. Doing this on my phone means I get all the notifications.
Oh, you're good.
So if I get distracted, that would be why.
I know. I keep swiping up like different notifications on my iPad too. 2 vlogs per week.
What do you mean, Dad? Oh, I got it. We had there was a bot in the comments, and Dad said he's blowing his wrench because moderators have a little wrench icon by their names. So he's like,
is this an
because
inside
he
joke?
got rid of the bot.
I was like, is this an inside joke?
Took me a second. Took me a second, but I got it. Okay, so you actually used to work in the medical field. And just recently quit and to be a stay-at-home mom. So what exactly did you do in the medical field?
So I was a respiratory therapist at a pediatric hospital. So, respiratory therapists do different things. I mainly worked in the emergency room or on like the pediatric floor. I worked a little bit in the NICU for a short time. But breathing treatments, help with like intubations. So when you have like somebody has a breathing tube, if somebody has a trach, we work with that, do different types of breathing treatments with that. And yeah, there's just a lot of different things that respiratory does that people don't realize. But if you have like asthma or any kind of lung stuff going on, you've probably seen a respiratory therapist in the hospital at some point.
When I think of a respiratory therapist, I think of when Weston was in the NICU. His respiratory therapist, was an older man, and he had like full-on beard. And I mean, he was like a teddy bear, but everybody called him Fluffy.
Oh,
like his nickname was Fluffy. So every time I think of a respiratory therapist, he pops in my head.
Yeah. Aw.
So what was your reason from going from the medical field to a stay-at-home mom?
So I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I mean, not like when I got my degree and stuff, I didn't think that I would be a stay-at-home mom. But once I was pregnant with my first baby, I was like, man, I just can't imagine having to go back to work after the maternity leave is over. And like as soon as I had her, I dreaded going back to work, and I just kept counting down the days. And I liked my job, but it was just hard to leave my kids. And so I went from 3 days a week to 2 days a week. And then right after I went back to work after my maternity leave with my second kid, I went down to once a week. And then my husband got a job promotion. So he is a respiratory therapist as well. And he became the supervisor. So he got a promotion, pay increase, so it was easier for me to be able to stay at home. So always wanted to, but it just wasn't I wasn't able to financially until I think it was August or September of this past year. So I was super excited about it. Definitely a blessing.
It is. I have a lot of respect for working moms.
Oh,
I mean,
gosh.
being a stay-at-home mom is really hard, and sometimes I wish that I could go to work just to get a break.
Right? Be in the real world.
But yeah, but in the big picture, in the long run, I
I
don't see,
know.
I mean, mad respect for working
Yeah.
moms. I have a friend who has a little boy, and she's pregnant with her second, and she wants to come home so bad, but she's also in the medical field. It's not an RN. Is it an LPN or
Oh,
a
yeah.
C? Is there a CPN?
I think so. Is that like the nursing aide?
I think she's a CPN.
Okay.
I think. But she got a job that was like 5 days a week, and now she's trying to get a job that's kind of like you're doing. You went to
Slowly.
like 3 days a week. Yeah. I really hope that eventually she'll be able to, because she wants to so bad.
I know.
Um,
I used to try
yeah.
not to get jealous of stay-at-home moms, but I was just like, man, that's just really what I wanted. So I was really happy whenever my husband was like, well, we can do it. So I was like, oh my gosh, yes, okay. And I've loved
Definitely an
it.
answered prayer for me.
Yeah, yeah. It's something I prayed about for a long time. And there's definitely some hard days, like you said, where you're like, I wish I could go be in the real world. And I do miss like taking care of patients and their families. Like that was really rewarding, and gave me lots of purpose, but I would still rather be here with my babies.
Yeah, me too. And then, I'm kind of a helicopter mom. So the thought of
Me too.
like other people keeping my kids is just like, I mean, except for you, Dad and Mom.
It stresses me
It
out.
just gives me like major anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Like
My
I watched too
watched.
many crime shows, too much Law and Order
Right.
SVU, and it just
I love those. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm the same.
okay. So, what are you woeing? Oh, okay. Dad said whoa, and I think it was a little bit late.
Oh, okay.
Bye, Uncle Bryson. Tell everybody, hey, thanks for stopping in.
Thanks for joining us.
So you're stay-at-home mom, but you also do Young Living. You're a brand partner for Young Living. So what made you want to try it?
So I have struggled with different like medical issues most of my life, and I was just at a point where I felt like I'd tried everything, and I was like, you know what? I've had multiple people throughout my life, different times, say that they use essential oils, and I was pretty skeptical and wasn't ready to try that for a long time, and or invest in that, I guess I should say. And
Yeah.
I finally was just like, okay, you know what? Because I had tried like the Walmart, Target, Amazon essential oils, and they hadn't done anything for me. And I was like, you know what? I'm just ready to feel better, so I'm going to give it a try. And I think I was just at my wits' end of I'm ready to feel better. And it was pretty mind blowing how quickly a lot of those different products have helped me and continued to help me. It's been, I guess, how long have you been doing it now?
Since July. So
Okay,
6 months.
so I guess I've been doing it for a little over a year. I think it was like October of 2020. 2020, yeah. So I've still continued to use the products, and since I loved the products so much and believed in them, I just started sharing and trying to spread the word about different things that can help you with the different supplements and oils that Young Living has to offer, and just trying to educate people on it. But it's been really fun.
Yeah, it's definitely made a difference in my health. Like for the last few days, like probably a week or so, I haven't been good about taking like my supplements and doing my
Mm-hmm.
oils and all that kind. And I can tell, Like today, I just woke up and I was like, oh, I don't want to do today. I don't feel good. You know, you just I felt gross. And that's when I know that I'm slacking and I need to get back on it, because it helps when I use it.
Yeah, that always happens to me too. And especially when I'm sick, you know, I'm getting over a cold right now. I know that's whenever you should be doing it the most, but when you don't feel good, you're just like, oh, they're all the way in the other room. Like,
Yep.
I don't like doing it, or I haven't eaten yet. So, and then you forget about it. And so
Exactly.
I can always tell, but that's when you need it the most. But so I've been trying to keep up with it, but I'm the same. Like anytime I don't take certain things, I can tell like low energy, just different effects of not having it. And the kids too, you know, whenever I forget, they fall asleep and I forget to fill their diffuser and I don't want to go back in their room, like they don't sleep as good. So it's definitely a game changer.
Well, what products stand out, like, and how have they helped you? Like top 2 or 3?
So Digize is a dose of some. Oh, I'm reading what your dad said. So Digize has helped me. That was the first one that I was like, wow, these really work. I
Same.
eat things that I shouldn't eat. I feel like I probably shouldn't eat dairy because when I have like really rich, creamy foods, my stomach just feels uneasy. And I always just do the Digize under my tongue. It does have an interesting taste to it, but you get used to it. And, you know, any kind of like queasiness or just offness is usually gone for me within like 5 minutes. And it's just
Same.
crazy. So I use Digize at least daily probably. So that means that I definitely have some other stuff going on and things that I'm eating that I shouldn't be, but I love that one. I think that is such a one to make people believers if you have any stomach issues going on. Valor is probably one of my other favorites. Sorry, I'm gonna cough.
You're fine.
Valor has really helped me with like emotional support, and I just like apply it to my wrist. I know you like that one too.
Yeah, I do. It centers me, I guess.
Yes, exactly. And trying to think, I would say, I don't know, it's so hard. Probably one of the kids' ones would be like my third. So I always diffuse cedarwood and lavender for them at night. And that
combination smells so good.
The cedarwood by itself is a little odd at first, but get used to it. But they sleep really good, and then I have that in a roller too for them. So I think those would be my top 3. It's hard to pick 3, as you know. Like there's just so many different things. I would also say like peppermint or deep relief because I get headaches a lot. So you just roll that like where you get your headaches. Like I get tension and then in the back of the neck. And it's same thing as the Digize. Like the headache's gone within like 5 to 10 minutes. And you do have to reapply. It's amazing.
I use them for headaches. Sometimes I still have to take something, but it always at least takes the edge off for me, like makes it to where I can function.
Right.
Dad. The essential oils that Mom uses, that's what we're talking about.
But yeah.
No, Dad was sick and he used the Digize.
Oh, good.
But he was like, it wasn't just like a little bit of indigestion. He was sick. So it didn't help too much.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the extent. If you're like really sick, like you need
it's not gonna do
strong stuff. Yeah, I mean, mine's just like.
But it does. It definitely helps with like the indigestion and like just feeling off in your stomach.
Right. And I agree. Like sometimes you still need an extra something, and you know, I'm learning a lot of holistic things, but I am definitely still for modern medicine and that type of stuff. When we can use something more natural, I'm trying to, But if we're still like suffering or like, you know, having troubles, I'm totally ready to try their stuff in combination with it.
Yeah. I'll try oils first, but if it doesn't work pretty quick, me and the kids are getting medicine.
Same.
I don't like seeing the kids having trouble.
No. I think in combo is the key.
Hey, Mom. Okay. So now we're going to move on to some more like fun questions.
Okay.
So like, or just random questions. I don't know if they're necessarily fun, but what is your favorite like self-care routine? What do you do to wind down or relax after you've had a rough day? What's your favorite thing to do?
I probably should do self-care more often. As you know, like being a mom, it's hard to find that time. But I enjoy like taking a bubble bath. That really relaxes me. I really random strange thing, but I really cannot stand taking showers. So I take a bath pretty much whenever I bathe. But a lot of times it's just a really quick bath and the kids are in the bathroom talking to me, throwing things and playing in the bubbles while I'm in there. So I like an actual nice relaxing bath without the kids in there is a way that I wind down, or just watching like a show that, you know, I wouldn't probably watch around the kids, or, you know, I'm usually watching all the kids shows anyway during the day, like all the fun Cocomelon, all the great things. So
oh my goodness, I hate Cocomelon so much.
Get stuck in your head.
Yes.
Yep.
I have gotten to where I'll just put on like YouTube videos of people cleaning, or like people that I follow, like just to play throughout the day when I get really tired of hearing all the kids' songs and I feel like my kids need a break from the TV.
Yeah.
But you know, I like that the background noise. So I feel like I always have something in the background going. It's a really good substitute, putting other moms up on YouTube, because it loses Riley's interests really quick and she'll go play.
Earlier I was just watching
and at the same time it gives me motivation.
Yeah, there you go. Win-win. Yeah, my kids are, as soon as I change it to something, you know, YouTube that's not something they want to watch, they whine about it for a minute and then they're gone. They're like, okay, I'm out.
That's how Riley is. Weston doesn't care unless Mickey Mouse comes on, like the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. That's the only thing he cares about.
Hunter's obsessed with that right now.
If he sees me put Disney Plus on, he gets excited.
He knows.
And then he sees Mickey Mouse, and if I click Mickey Mouse, I mean, he's like, his whole body gets tense from the excitement. It's absolutely adorable. It's so cute. Okay, so what is the thing that annoys you the most?
The thing,
like kind of like a pet peeve. Like, what's your pet peeve?
Pet peeve. Honestly, something that really bothers me is like when people are late, and I have a lot of friends, close friends, that are late a lot of times. But that's probably one of my pet peeves.
I relate to that. I hate being late to things, and then I married somebody who doesn't care.
Oh no.
If he's late. So, you know. One of my pet peeves is like if I see people like in a parking lot with their kids, and they're like little kids, and the kids are just running like all around and they're not like restrained. I don't know if it's necessarily a pet peeve, but it gives me so much anxiety.
Like they're gonna get hit.
Yeah.
In the park. Yeah. Or like something.
It
bad
makes me so nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I end up like parenting from across the parking lot, like watching for cars.
Oh no.
That and smacking. Oh my goodness.
Smacking?
Like eating.
Yeah.
Like snacky eaters.
Yeah.
I had a guy. I was talking to a guy one time, and he came over to our house. I was probably like 17 or 18, and like we were getting along pretty good. And then we sat down to eat.
Uh-oh.
And
that didn't go good.
He ate, and I was like, all right, this is not going to work. Just because of the noise.
Oh, no. See, I haven't thought of that one because I don't think I've experienced somebody that I've, like, known, I don't know. I can't remember the last time I was around somebody that did that. But, yeah, that would do it for me.
Yeah, it, like, turned off everything that was interested in him. Like, it was just immediate, like, why are you even here?
You're like,
which Dad wasn't mad about it. I mean, he didn't really like me dating too much, so.
There you go. He was like, okay, we're good.
Good deal. Good deal. Okay, so what do you wish that you knew more about? Like, what is something that you want to learn? Does that make sense? Like for me, it would be like, I want to learn gardening, like how to grow my own stuff and can my own stuff, and like, I guess homesteading, like learn how to make butter from milk and cheese from milk and all that kind of stuff. That would be something that I would want to learn more about.
That's actually like pretty much what I would want to do. Still upset you went off and got married. Your dad. Yeah, no, I'm the same. Like, I have tried a little bit of gardening and it didn't go so great, but I really want to, be able to grow our own food and be more self-sustainable, especially like with having the chickens and all that kind of stuff. So I think the first step would be more gardening for me and like sticking with it. And it's just kind of overwhelming at first. Like, I don't know, like where to start.
It is.
So I need to just do it though. Just start with something, and I'm sure then it'll be easier once you get started.
I saw this thing on TikTok, and it was somebody who had made like a garden, but the whole garden was like boxes that were built up to like waist height. Oh. And then like there was several of them, and they were really long, and they had like all of their peas, like they planted everything.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna say you look serious with what's going on.
I think a cat might be trying to get in here.
I was gonna say somebody.
But then they had like gravel rock like between them, so that it was like a nice little pathway. It was just really pretty. Like, it was so clean and organized and beautiful. And my garden never looks good.
Well, at least you have one.
I'm always scared to get in my garden because I'm scared of snakes.
Oh, no. Yeah. But at least you have one. At least you're doing it. So I need to get started on it. Is right now a good time to start stuff? Or I'm already late?
That's a question for Dad.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to be quiet anymore, Dad.
We need you now.
I know that now is good for like potatoes, because I know Dad just put some potatoes like to grow in the ground, and I wanted to do that, but I can't till the ground by myself. So, and Nick works long hours, so
I need to know too, like what you can do like in pots, because my husband was like,
yeah,
you need to start with pots, because he's used to me like wanting to do a flower bed and then like not keeping up with it. So he was like,
yeah,
start small. If you can like keep it alive, keep it going, you enjoy it, you keep motivated, then he said he'd help me like build like a garden. He's like, but we're not going to spend time and money on it. You're going to quit.
Yeah. I want to do more pots this year. I saw where you can do like potatoes and sweet potatoes in pots.
Okay.
Can I help you?
I was making sure your daughter wasn't in here.
Did she sneak out?
No, your cat's not here.
Okay. Nick poked his
What
head
is-
around the corner.
Oh.
But I saw where you can put like potatoes and sweet potatoes in pots.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look at that. Because
Yeah.
I need to figure out what I can do in this area right now and get started and just do it and see what happens.
I think around here, like more of the like tomatoes and peas and cucumbers and all that kind of stuff is more like end of March. But Dad
Okay.
would have to correct me because I'm not. I want to say it's like closer to the end of, like closer to Easter.
Okay.
Pots
And do
are
y'all
great. Okay.
do y'all do seeds or do y'all
Hold on.
do? You can remember to water and feed every now and then. Also, oh, that's good. That's true. Do y'all do seeds or do you do like established plants?
We've done both with like tomatoes and bell peppers and like cucumbers and all that. I haven't learned a lot, but something I've learned is that I prefer those like to start with plants instead of the seeds because you get them quicker. Like if you start with a seed, we did seeds one year for like everything, and it was like end of June, early July before we had anything growing, whereas everybody else was having them in like May.
Okay.
So, but like peas and stuff like that, most people just do seeds for that.
Okay. Good to know. April is
okay. So I guess the last frost in April is what he's saying.
Okay. That makes sense. Hold on one sec, Charity.
Okay. You're a lot more knowledgeable in this subject than I am, Dad. If you're here, I can see that 4 people are watching. If you're here and you have a channel, comment and we'll put your channel in the link of your channel in the comments so that people can find you. So if you're watching and you have a channel, say hey so we can put your channel link in the comments. Okay, next question. What is the strangest thing that you've ever eaten?
Maybe like I'm trying to think. I had some kind of weird fish in Mexico. I don't know if it was like swordfish or I don't know. But then I've also had like octopus at like sushi restaurants. That's probably weirder than an exotic fish.
That's weird for me. I don't think I could do that.
And then like frog legs. I like frog legs. That's probably the only one out of those that I actually enjoyed.
Yeah, frog legs are pretty good if you can get past like it actually looking like a frog leg.
Yeah.
I think the weirdest thing I've tried is alligator.
Oh yeah, I've had alligator.
Like alligator, and it was really good. And like we like squirrel around here. I don't know if that.
Yeah,
it's not weird around here, but
yeah,
it's probably weird to a lot of people. I don't know. The most exotic thing I've tried, I think, would be we had a missionary from Africa that my grandpa knew, and his wife made like this African dish, and it was like this wad of dough, and you like broke the dough off and like mashed it around in the meat sauce or whatever it was. I have no clue what it was, but it was delicious.
Oh,
it was really strange.
Cool. It sounds like an
Dad
interesting
said
process.
he had ill sushi once, and it just got bigger the more he chewed.
I like one of those rolls that has eel, but I don't like seeing it. Like it has to be. It was like I think it was like a caterpillar roll or something. So I think it has eel, but it also has like avocado. And anytime the little piece of eel would come out, I'm like, okay, I can't eat that piece because I don't like. I liked the way it tasted, but I don't like seeing the eel and knowing that it's eel.
Does it look weird? I don't guess I've ever seen it.
It just looked like a little, like a thick, like worm, like tail sticking out of the sushi roll. So yeah, it
Yeah,
didn't, and it's
that would
chewy.
probably weird me out a little bit. I'm a little weird with sushi. If it's not like shrimp or crab, like something that I immediately know,
Like cooked.
probably not going to try it. Like the
Yeah.
shaggy dog. Do you know what
I
shaggy
love.
dog is?
Mm-mm. What
Those
is
are
that?
really good. I think it's like fried-ish shrimp in a roll. It's really good.
Okay.
I don't know exactly all what's in it. I'm not versed in sushi.
I love sushi
I just
much.
try what everybody else orders.
There you go. That's how you figure out what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah. All right. If you had a warning label, what would yours say?
I don't know. Let me think. What would yours say? Give me an example.
Gets distracted easily. Eats too much food. Likes coffee too much. Stubborn.
I would say like I'm always worried about like my next meal. So same, like I always eat, I always snack. I'm always worried about what we're gonna eat, when we're
So
gonna
like
eat, and what.
so like thinks about food too much.
Always
Hangry.
hungry. Yep, exactly. Exactly.
I mean, I see all these videos of men that are like filming their lady and she's like really irritated and then she gets food and she's happy and guys like don't relate to that. And I'm like, I totally get it. Like if I'm hungry, I'm going to be really irritable until I'm satisfied.
Yep.
I'm surprised
Me
that
too.
they don't feel that. Nick definitely doesn't feel that. He could go all day without food and be fine.
Yeah, same with Justin.
Somebody would get punched if I had to go all day.
Right. That's why I'm always worried about it.
Yeah. Okay. So which celebrity chef would you want to cook you a meal the most?
I used to watch a lot more like chef shows, but my favorite was always like the Pioneer Woman.
Yeah.
Off of like the cooking channel. Aha, The Secret to Women. I always just like, because it seems like she does a lot of like really like comfort home style foods. So I feel like I would really like that. What about you?
I would probably say the same. I will say I've never like had his food, but Emeril Lagasse, he has like a restaurant in New Orleans, which means it's probably Cajun food. And I really like Cajun food.
Me too.
So I feel like he would probably be a good fit for me. But like I've never seen what he makes or eaten at that restaurant, so I can't like say for sure.
Is he the one that used to have that toothpaste commercial? That was like, was he on that? Like it was like BAM or something?
Yeah.
Like some. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
That would be him. Yes, okay. I do. All right. What is something that's on your bucket list?
Trying to think. Probably like a lot of travel. I really want to go to like where is that place with like the little huts over the water? Like
is it Fiji or
maybe
Bali?
There's like a couple different places I know that have those. but
I
somewhere
know.
like that.
I think Fiji is off of Australia, like close to Australia. I'm pretty sure, like where Fiji water comes from. I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, Dad says Tahiti.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm
but
pretty sure I've seen though that Fiji has them. I would love to see that too.
wanna,
But
I
I
want
do
to go
have
stay.
like a really bad fear of water. Like scares me to death. Like I'd be happy like to be above it and look at it. It's pretty from above, but being in it scares the living daylights out of me.
So you don't like going to the beach?
I do, because I like the sound of the waves, and I'll go like knee deep.
Okay, but you wouldn't want to stay
like,
on the water like that. Okay.
No.
So no cruise ships for you?
Yeah, it gives me really bad anxiety, which it always has. And then I had a really close cousin that drowned in a river. And then like that has made me like more have anxiety towards other people being in the water. Like, does that make sense? When Nick proposed to me, we were at the beach. And I wasn't even paying attention to him because like way out there, I could just see like little heads bobbing.
Oh, yeah. That makes
above
me nervous.
The water. So I was like,
I know. I just have to like
with the waves, like they would disappear for a little while.
Yeah.
And then you'd see them again. So I was just like really praying that they would just start swimming back to shore. And he was behind me trying to get my attention to propose.
You're like, come back. No, I'm the same way. And I've never, I don't go deep whenever we are at the beach. I mean, the beach here is not clear. So even whenever I've gone
it's
to like
not really
Costa Rica,
clear here either.
Yeah, it's so dirty looking. It really makes me nervous because I'm like, I can't see what's in it. But even when it's clear water, I don't like to go that far either. Yeah. So, and I've never been.
Well, I mean, if you do go far, even if you can see the danger, like, can you actually get out of the water fast enough?
No, exactly. Or if you're in the middle, like, but I'm just thinking like in like a hut, like hopefully there's nothing too crazy dangerous that's gonna like attack your hut, I guess.
Yeah. I think I could do that. Like that would be fun, I think. It'd be really relaxing just to hear the water all night long.
Yeah.
I would sleep so good.
I'd love it or hate it. Like it could be like one night there and be like, all right, we got to get like a room at the actual hotel now.
That makes sense.
That's definitely.
Well, I would probably go to Scotland. Travel for sure is always on my bucket list, but everybody in the YouTube world that knows me even a little bit knows I want to go to Scotland at some point.
Yeah. I think that would be really fun too.
Who is your favorite superhero?
Superhero. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like superhero characteristics now. I don't know.
Well, see, if we're going for appearance.
Oh.
Thor.
Okay. Yeah. I would agree.
If we're going for like overall like person, like who is he as a person? Captain America. For sure.
No, there. I would have to say the same with appearance, and then I'm just like thinking of like movies that I like. I've always liked like the Batman movies.
Nick really likes those, and I like them, but Nick has watched them so much that I've kind of like seen them too much.
Yeah,
but I mean, I still like them, but I'm not gonna sit down and watch it anytime soon because I've seen it a million times.
Yep, I definitely have movies that I'm like that too.
What is your favorite cartoon character?
All the ones that are popping in my head right now have to do with like kids. Sounds.
Well, that's fine. What's your favorite kid cartoon character?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. What's your favorite?
There's so many, But the first one that like pops is the genie from Aladdin.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Love him. The Robin Williams one, obviously.
The old one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say I haven't seen another one. Is there a live action of that one?
But if I'm thinking about like the little kids shows that are on now, I would have to say Bluey's dad.
See, I need to watch that show.
Because he has goals.
I haven't seen
Dad,
it yet.
how dare you?
Favorite
How
kid.
dare you?
Aw.
I mean, I can't necessarily blame you, but how dare you? You're not supposed to say it out loud.
That's funny.
And then he says, oh, kid show.
Yeah, kid show. I still can't. I think I always loved Mulan, like growing up. So I think Mulan would be my favorite. And I don't even know, like my kids watch weird stuff, so Coco Melon and I like Gabby. That's like today's kind of thing. Have you ever seen Gabby's Playhouse on Netflix?
I don't think so.
That one's
Riley's
tolerable.
into like, she likes dinosaurs. So we've been watching like the Jurassic Park cartoon things, and she's been liking Giganosaurus. And then there's like this weird anime dinosaur thing where they like swipe a card and a dinosaur appears and they fight each other.
Cool. Oh, nice.
She loves it. I can't
Mackenzie's
get into anime too much.
I think she's watching some kind of anime like superhero thing. She keeps calling it the Ladybug. I guess there's like a ladybug on it.
Oh, Miraculous?
Yes, something like that.
Yeah, I guess that is kind of anime.
Right?
Yeah, Riley likes that one too.
Yeah, it has that vibe.
It's strange. It's weird.
Yeah. Not really my thing.
Me either. I never understood the whole Pokemon thing.
Oh gosh.
I probably shouldn't have said that. I'm gonna get a lot of hate now because everybody likes Pokemon. Right.
I know.
I did watch the real one, the live action Pokemon. Well, I was forced to because Nick was into all that stuff. But I mean, I think Pokemon was Ryan Reynolds, like he was the voice of Pokemon, so it made it kind of funny.
I could maybe do that then.
Ryan
that
Reynolds.
Always makes sense.
Yeah, he makes good characters.
Mm-hmm.
That sounded weird. He makes good characters.
Is he on the Croods? Doesn't he have a voice on that? Have you ever seen that?
Yes, he is Guy.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah.
My dad loves
Guy
those
was my
movies.
favorite in that one.
Yeah.
Nick does too. Nick, which I like a lot of the DreamWorks movies, but I prefer Disney.
Yeah, me too.
Nick prefers like the DreamWorks movies for sure. And he likes the Disney movies that I don't like.
Really?
Like Soul. I didn't really like it that much. Like I just couldn't get into it. He loves it. And then what was another weird one that I couldn't get into that he liked? What was it? WALL-E.
Yeah, I haven't finished either of those because they just kind of like I lost interest in them. Should probably give them a try, but some of them.
I mean, they're okay to watch once, but
it's not like going to be a favorite.
After I've watched them.
Yeah.
Okay, well, since I had to use my phone and we're hitting an hour, my phone is at like 20%.
Okay.
And I don't like to go over an hour, so I guess we will end it.
All right.
But thank you so much for coming on here.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, and people who are watching now and people who will watch the replay, go check out Katie's channel. It's really good. She lives in Texas in the hill country area. And some of the vlogs she does are like on these creeks or rivers, and it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Like, I never thought that Texas would be like somewhere that I would want to see the landscape, because I just think like desert.
Yeah.
But you live in a really pretty area. I love seeing it when you're driving and you're showing the scenery, and then like at the rivers or creeks or whatever you call them over there.
I know, it's funny. We call them rivers, but then whenever Justin's family comes from Mississippi and they're like, "Oh, that's not a river." I'm like, "Well, that's what they call it here."
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, you'll really like her channel, so go check it out for sure. And that's the
Thank
link.
you.
Dad found it and posted it in the comments for you guys, so check that out. And then I'll also put it after we have come out of this video. I'll put it in the comments so that it stays there, so people can find you.
Thank you
and
so
she
much.
also has an Instagram that's Hill Country Hands, so go check that out too.
And let me know if you come from watching this. Come say hi or send me a message.
Let me
so
know
much.
if anybody comes from it. I'm curious.
I will. Thanks, Charity.
All right. Well,
good night.
My endings are always awkward.
Bye.
Have a good night. Thank you.